Don't we all love this game? So damn brilliant. So damn brilliant. All right. Sorry, people. I'm not gonna lie. I got disconnected out of the lobby immediately it started. That was just weird. I hope that doesn't happen again. I hope that doesn't happen to drivers. But yeah, we're good now. Pax already at the top of the 115.7. That's a good time. That's a good time. 115. Quite surprising from Pax. See exactly what he can do here. His teammate, driver who's won 3 races in a row now, will be going for another push lap here. Let's get the information we need. Hmm. Kez doing the medium strat again. I don't understand Kez and his medium strats, but yeah. I don't understand Kez's strats with these mediums. So Burrito, even the other Williams is also on the mediums. He goes P5 to 117.0. These Williams are doing some interesting stuff today. But only 6 drivers have set a time. Most other drivers are still in their pits or about to set a time. 50 gent. Only Visa will be driver again here today. Goes up to P6. Not a bad time. Not a bad place to be. Not the best time. Definitely can improve on that. And if he stays on that, he definitely will be seeing himself dropping down in the table. Mr. Piggy Potwash Cowley. Surprisingly, I thought he said he wasn't going to race today, but he's here, which is good. We like to see the quicker, like I say, quicker drivers, the drivers that can race in front and stop Batman from winning every week. We like to see them here. Even if I'm, you know, kicks out by TP, and it'd be nice to see my driver win every week. I think it'd be better for the league to see other people win every week. Other teams, not vis-a-vis. Other teams. Let's see. I want to see McLaren win. I want to see Haas win. I want to see a Red Bull win. A Red Bull win is so needed. I don't think they have won this season. What teams have wins this season? I think Kick have won. Sorry, Carl. Haas have a win. Let's see. Alpine's about to cross the lines. Okay, it's crossing the pit. Pot was about to cross the line. He goes up to P8 179. McLaren have a win from Bevan. Kick have a win. Haas have a win. Ferrari, not yet. Williams do they have a win here? Has Hazer won a race this season? I believe Hazer has won a race. If I'm not too, if Hazer is in the chat, if anybody's in chat that knows, tell me. Visa B obviously have won. Alpine have won. So it's just Aston, Ferrari, Aston, and Red Bull who haven't won a race yet. So their TPs will be definitely hoping someone can bring that for them this season. As Iron Shin will cross the line now, Zawaki racer. It's Iron Shin. He's out there on the mediums. Interesting call from him. All these drivers that are always out here on the mediums, I always wonder like the reason for these calls. But he's out there on the mediums. Six Albers 1-2 right now. We'll see if anybody can knock them off their perch. Absolutely flying those two. As Adam the Sweet, he's one of those drivers that can do so. After a P2 last week, before getting a DSQ, he definitely will be coming back for revenge this week. As Adam the Sweet in that Haas is not going to be playing around. Mercedes, start him picking in his lap, the Mr. Piggy. No, he's actually in the pits. That was his teammate, Goofy, the man who's been moved down to tier 3. Not too long ago. I believe it was last week was his debut. He did get a top 10. Can he get it again or even do better this time around? Iron Shane on the mediums. What time can he set on the mediums? Looks clear to beat Paul on the medium tires as he crosses the line, and he does! 1:15.6 on the mediums. I saw it happening. So, of course, Casey is quality bad for him. I saw it happening. I saw it when he was coming out of that corner. He had a 1:10. And I was like, it doesn't take 5 seconds for these cars to get to the line from that corner. And Iron Shin with the medium tires goes pole position. This is a little bit of an insult to tier 3. They have to knock him off that. There's no way they're going to let the Alpine of Iron Shin get pole position on medium tires. That'll probably be the most goated thing of the season. Petition to move him up if he does that. Oh Lord. I hope I'm not even. I hope all of you are seeing this. I'm shit on pole with medium tires. Parks and Batman. If I actually beat you guys to pole with mediums, I'm sacking you today. I'm ripping off your contract. Shit is absolutely failing himself, isn't he? He's going to the pits now. I think most of them will be going into the pits now. The Ferrari to save mediums for the win. I don't know, medium maybe maybe after the first lap on soft when you're doing your out lap, then halfway through your softs actually die so hard that the mediums are better. I believe there was one track that was the case in F1, which some drivers used the mediums and got. I think it was even Imola. If I'm not too wrong, it was Imola. I think Alonso did it. Sainz did it when they used the mediums and actually got better times than people on softs because of the tire wear was just so much on the softs on your out lap that mediums actually were better halfway through your push lap. So we will see. Batman now is 6 tenths up on his time. He definitely seen that time that Iron Shin has set and he wants to beat that. His teammate is going to be fighting with him directly today. And there's no team orders in Kick Sauber so far because we've not had any teammates that race with each other most of the time, except for Merck and I. Merck and I definitely have team orders. We know who is number one driver there. It is Merck, so he gets a favorable outcome, favorable strategies all the time because we know that he can maximize it. But there's no team orders in tier 3. I believe Batman and Parks are equally as good. So it's going to be hard to see. That was probably not the best place for Rossi to move out of the way. I think the inside line would have been better to stay on. But he still moved out of the way for the driver coming through. As Mr. Potwash is down in P12 and will be looking to improve. Let's go down to the kick Sauber of Batman. Crossing the line. He will beat that pole 1:15.4. And Iron Shin's medium pole isn't going to be the case anymore. Cowley, another driver that we expect to start at the top. He is starting one of his final laps of the session, and we'll see exactly where he can be. He can definitely get in that top 5, but can he get that pole position? As the Mercedes of Mr. Piggy is doing the 50 gent from a few weeks ago and driving and doing quali without a wing, that straight line speed is going to be absolutely brilliant. But how how's he going to take the corner? He's taking the corners fine without the wings. So Formula One learn from this. You do not need wings. It just makes the cars longer and harder to overtake. Take off those damn wings and we can drive without it. Why did they keep taking? Okay, I think it's just because it was coming out of the pits. But I'd say, why did they keep taking the inside line to move out of the way? Isn't it better to move out of the way the outside line? Better to move out of the way on the inside line going to that corner. But I guess because they're coming out of the pits, it's probably better to just stay on the outside line like Iron Shin is doing right there. Staying out of the way for the Red Bull of Rossi. But I'm going to head down now back to the kick Sauber of Batman, who should be start doing another lap after recharging. It seems like he wants to go for another one. Yes, he is. 5 minutes to go in quali. They will still have 2 opportunities if they do it just right. Cowley coming out of the pit, coming out of the final corner. Can he get that provisional pole? No, he can't, but he's going to go up to the top 5, like I said, right behind his teammate, or 10 behind his teammate. And the two horses have been performing well this season. And we'll see if they can get another podium this week. Cowley finishing on the podium in P2 after the 2 disqualifications last week. We'll be looking to get another one today as the Williams of Toberito going into the pits. We have Adam the Sweet improving his time but not his place. 2/10 of an improvement. He goes into the 115. He's the fourth driver into that section. And now we have Rotti in the Red Bull coming out to the final corner. He will go into the 116s for sure. So he will improve on his time. 116, 3, 7/10 of improvement and up to P6 for the Red Bull. Wacky Racer behind him. Wacky Racer, one of the drivers, my driver of the day from last week in Austria. Very good race from him and a different strategy from everybody else. Getting the podium at the end after all the disqualifications. And we'll see how much he can, how well he can perform here at Imola. It was a good race from him last week, so can he do that once again? Batman is solidly sitting on the top. Pax in P3 is pushing to see if he can beat his teammates' time. His teammates' time, that's quite a good time on 1:15.4. It's going to be quite difficult for beat for these drivers as Mercedes going into the pits. They'll be going to the pits now to come out for their final laps of this session. Going to be slow tonight due to injury. Where do you have an injury, Kes? As I said, Piggy's toes must be freezing. Piggy's toes freezing. Is he driving with no socks? Oh yeah, his toes must be freezing. I understand now because of his no wing. Yeah, the wind is just flying in there. What's the guy in front doing? You're holding nothing, bro. There's no wing there to hold. Like what's his job? His job is just to stand there like a knob. Wasn't holding any wing on Piggy's car. Absolute knob, man. Look at him. I think the Mercedes team need to check what that guy does and check his contract. You guys are paying him thousands a year to do nothing. Let's see. Pax. Is he improving on his time? Seems like he is. Coming out of the corner, 110, 111, 112 into the pits. Seems like he's down on his time. He wants to go for one more push lap. Will he be able to coming in now with 2 minutes 21 to go? Not too sure. It's a 1 minute 14 lap. So if you're right out of your pits at like 1 minute 30, you probably can. You 1 minute, I say 1 minute 21, 1 minute 25. If you come out of the pits, you will reach the line. So we'll see if he can. He has 40 seconds to do so, and his team is absolutely taking their time. Come on, hurry up, guys! As the Haas of Adam the Sweet. Is he on a push lap? Yes, he is. Is he improving on a lap? Is the question. We will see. Coming out to the final corner, 110. If goes he goes a little bit wide there, and he is going to end his qualifying right there. That's P4 for Adam the Sweet. If no one has to say about that, pot wash. John McLaren on track to cross the line next. Can I go on pot wash, please? Thank you very much. As he will be starting a push lap. Not the best ERS to start the push lap on. You want to start on 100% ERS, and he did not do so there. Pax be coming out of the pits. Seems like he's going to come out of the pits. He has 114. He literally has to push now. These drivers coming out of the pit, Pax and the Alpine are literally going to have to push now to the line if they want to get there. It's 1 minute left. Oh, and he's going to block his teammates. Not blocking his teammates. All right, so now push to the line if you want to get there. And he's absolutely taking his time. He's not going to get there. There's no way he's going to get there. That's the end of Pax qualifying. He's not going to beat his teammate today. Cowley, though, is going to start his final push lap of the session. We have the Williams of Toberito, his teammate, doing quali ban today as Toberito going to the pits. He's done to qualify. No top 10 for both Williams drivers. The Mercedes, are they working together here? Goofy in front of Mr. Piggy. Goofy beginning his final lap. Mr. Piggy also beginning his final lap. He's not going to have that slipstream effect because Goofy is a little bit far away, and 15 doesn't even work that well this season. So it's more of a hindrance to you than a help in quality. As 50 Gen to cross the line to start his final lap. The same thing as the Ferraris and the McLaren of Port Wash, who just finished his quali, and the 117.0 is the best he can do. It's not going to be a top 10 for the McLaren today, but we'll see if he can finish there when the race starts. Begin Wacky Racer on his final lap, and that is that for qualifying. Pax couldn't get to the line. His quali is over. It's going to be a top 3 for him if no one else has a say about that. And he's going to the line though, but this is where his car will be taken over by AI. Cowley will be the first to watch. 3/10 up on his time. And what can Cowley do here? Coming out of the final corner. Can he steal that pole position? He'll still need a lot of an improvement in that final corner. He's not going to get it, but he's going to get it from his teammates with a 159. It is a second row start for the Haas driver. Let's head down now to the Mercedes. He's invalidated his time, Mr. Piggy. Goofy is also invalidated his time, so the Mercedes are following themselves. Also, Shazam has invalidated. How many of them have invalidated? Ferrari is still going. 50 Gent is still going, so 50 Gent will be the one to watch when he does cross the line. How much of an improvement is he making? 110, 111 coming out of this corner. Has a little bit of strip stream from the sister team in the Red Bull, and he does get 5 tenths of improvement. Not a top 10 for him. The Ferrari is into the top 10 with the P8, 116.4. That's the end of his qualifying. Wacky Racer, the man who got podium last week, can't get into the top 5 this week, and he's going to have to. Oh, he can actually. He can. Up to P4, and he knocks down the Haas into the third row with his teammate, and Wacky Racer continues his strong run of form, and he will be starting on the second row of the grid in qualifying here today. A very, very good license to drive. Achieve license level A in F1 World. Oh my god, look at I just improved my license without driving. I'm a damn legend, aren't I? I am a damn legend. Oh, funny enough, Iron Shane's time on the mediums was actually his quickest time. So he beat everybody else on the mediums, except from Batman. Batman, who's won the last 3 races. It's quite difficult to beat the front runner with the mediums, but he beat the rest of them, which is quite good. He did go out on the softs and didn't improve, which is interesting. But here we go. Top 6 can do 1 to Tuesday nights. Yeah. Yeah, top 6 can do Tuesday nights for sure. The top 6 are ready for tier 2. They've reached the point of this season where they're ready for tier 2. So top 6 will see Pax. I think Pax, Batman, Cowley, Iron Shane are going to be the 4 drivers that will be moved up to tier 2 this season. So in tier 3 next season, we're going to see a championship fight between Wacky Racer, 50 Gent. Who else is down here that's quick in front? Adam the Sweet. Adam the Sweet might even be moved up too. We will see, depending on how his season goes. He's been performing really strong. But we don't know who is coming into the league. If anyone comes into the league, these drivers might stay down. We might only see the champion moving up, or champion and like one other person. We never know. Why am I in the car? Oh my days, man. I'm in a McLaren right now. I joined off as spectator. I pressed Y. Let's see the strategy, guys. What strategy should I go for, guys? I think I'll go for yeah, that's no, one shell of a field is a bit too much. Let's do 0.5. What should we go for? Two stop, one stop? Huh. Yeah. One stop really like, oh, one stop. Oh, I see, one stop. What's a horrible strategy from the AI, isn't it? Damn. One stop for sure. Mediums to hards. Has to be mediums to hards. Hards. Let me teach you guys the strategy before you begin. Let's see. Last stop on lap 14. It's not going to rain. I mean, now we're seeing all. Yes, it's an honor to be your teammate too again. But wash. We're seeing all the strategies here now. I'm not going to show you guys my setup, obviously. Well, I don't have what am I saying? I don't have setups on this. Look, I don't have any setups on this one. But let me retire. Oh my god, I have to retire when the race starts. Guys, I have to retire when the race begins. Or should I leave the lobby and come back? I mean, I'm already in here as a driver, so I don't think I can come back as a spectator. I mean, when I join the lobby, I press Y. So this is confusing. I just pressed Y. I didn't press join. So I so confident I pressed Y. On the fuel as well, -1. Tackling. I can't lie. I've been thinking about underfuel in so many races. No, I won't need to. No, I won't need to. No, I won't need to. I'll just retire immediately the lights go out. Immediately the lights go out, I'll just retire and then continue from there. Oh, but do I really want to retire on track? Retire in the pits, otherwise safety car. Oh god, you guys are gonna have to watch me do a lap on controller. Oh, this is gonna be disgusting. Ah, this is gonna be so disgusting. I'm not gonna do a good start. I'm just gonna make sure I'm behind. I can do comms from back here. Ah, this chaos. I can talk about the chaos or not, but this is going to be really bad. Yeah. I'm retiring the pits. Retiring the pits. I mean, it would be nice if there was no safety car. OTC is back in the way. What's the case in the bit to block everyone? Nah, I'm blocking everyone. When we start, I'll just let them. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let's do this. Why can't I change? I'll change my camera. So I'll change it to like the what do you call it? To far chase or something, so that at least we can see. I can see in front while I'm following them. I can do comms for the first lap. Then I'll retire. Immediately I retire, I will continue comms. What's the okay? This is something like that, something like that, something like that, something like that, full empty. This is just all from my head. Something like that. We don't want this one to be too stiff, so we're gonna be like 4. Yeah, then we'll get that to like 21, put it for like 46. Something like that. Obviously brakes, brake pressure 100%. Look at me, look at me. I'm just making a setup on the go. Alright lads. We'll do comms from here. I think I can change my camera when it's like when the lights are going out. So I'll do that immediately the lights are going out so we can at least see in front. See what's happening. Actually no. If I change my camera I won't know how to drive. So let's just take it okay. As is 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights ahead of the drivers. Foot to the floor and go, go, go. Let's follow them. As they head to the line, nothing bad happening so far. I'm basically the safety car. You know when the safety car follows the line at the start. Oh, making a bit of contact. The lad. Somebody has spun his Slater. He's round. Slater is round. It looks like he made contact with guys in front. He did start in P8, which is quite interesting. These two Aston Martins still at the back, haven't made up places to anyone in front. Oh my god, I'm struggling to drive here. Toberito is also off. He's off track there. If he's behind me, I'm going to have to move. His teammate follows suit, and it's chaos at the back. And I'm seeing everything firsthand. I'll try to like move out of the way for Toberito as soon as possible once he gets behind me. Oh my days. Okay, he's behind me now, so I'm just going to move out of the way for Toberito as he goes through. Ferrari is also going to come through here, so let's do the same thing for the Ferrari. He's coming through, so he's going to go to the left here, and he's gone. His teammate Toberito is going to also come through. Then we can retire in the pits. Oh my days. I don't know how I race to controller. This is crazy. Oh. Don't worry guys, I'll soon be out of here. And we'll see what's happening in front. I'm still faster than Kez on controller, am I? Oh, I missed this manual gear too, so like, oh god. Alright. I didn't spin into the pit lane. I didn't spin into the pit lane. Alright. Alright. Retire me. There we go. Back to the race as Batman and Parks are still leading the way. Shin has lost places. Cowley has gained a few places to the front. Very good start from Cowley as he's taking the place from both Alpine drivers. His teammate though down to P7. Not the best start for him. Let's see the strategies here. As medium tires for most of the drivers. Softs for Toretto. And Mr. Poem says holy fall off. You guys let me focus. If I start reading what you guys are saying in that chat, I'm gonna die. Because that driving was poor for me. Oh my days. Oh my days. That was so embarrassing to do. Let's not talk about it, guys. That never happened. But let's get back to the race. As Tier 3 are racing here at Imola. It's a virtual safety car. Something has happened at the back. There's a big pack behind Randy Dan. Interesting. But it seems like it was the Williams of Kez We brought out the virtual safety car. Does he still have his wing? He does. But it looks like another mistake for the Williams. He can use this opportunity to maybe claw back to the drivers in front if his delta isn't pushing him back too much. I believe his delta might allow him get a little bit closer to them. No, he's slowing down, so probably not. This probably is the best time for the soft tire of Torberito to come into the pits. Yes, he's doing so. Not the best to start on soft tires. Randy Down will do so too. Shazam will do so. But which one of them are changing their wing? It looks like the Aston Martin of Randy is changing his, and the Williams of Torberito. His teammate has gone by now. Shazam is also changing his wing. So those three might have made contact at the start of this race. This is going to be an interesting race for sure. Tier 3 hasn't given us any boring races this season. And can the... Oh my days, I was about to say, can the Kick Salvers throw away an easy win? And they do so. Both drivers getting a drive-through as Parks has now spun, trying to make a move on the Haas. And he's going to drop all the way to the back. It's a drive-through for both drivers. Parks, is he out of the session or he's still in the session? He's still in the session, struggling to get back on track. But as I was about to say, can they throw it away? Just as I was about to say it, they do so. The leader of the race, Batman, with a drive-through penalty, has to go into the pit. And if a safety car does not come out again in this race, his race is absolutely done for. He's staying out. He decides to stay out in this one. And this is going to be an interesting one. 50 Gent can take massive opportunity of this one in Tier 3 for his Visa RB team on those Kick Salvers. It looked like they were going to score more than the Visa RBs today. But now that is thrown all the way. Iron Shane now coming to the pit. Damage on his wing. And it's chaos. Like I said, Tier 3 never ever gives you boring races. As Batman is going to try and pull away from them here. But Cowley knows that he's in a prime position to win this race. 4 laps into it. And the Kick Salvers have thrown away their opportunity. When will Batman come into the pits though? It might be smart to come into the pits ASAP, because you don't know when the safety car will come out again. So he's coming to the pits. Just do your drive through. Do it because you deserve it. You got it yourself. So just do the drive through and come out and drive and see exactly what can happen for you. But that is not what the Kick Salver team will see, as Merc is in the chat with his face in his hands. I mean, his hands in his face, like, what are you doing, lads? As they both get drive throughs. When would the Kick Salver be coming in though? We will see. Would he stay out another lap? He's going to come in now, slow into the pits. Do not speed, because that'll just make it even worse for you. As Carly now takes the lead of this race and gets the fastest lap. I'm just free to take that fastest lap back. But a very interesting start to this race, as Mr. Piggy now will clear his teammate. Clearly, team orders at Mercedes, as Mr. Piggy looks like he might be the one that has the pace to get by. Parks staying out, deciding not to do the drive-through on this lap. As this is going to be interesting now. How much can they recover? P14 from pole Batman drops to. And where can he finish at the end of this race? Cowley now. Can he start his championship fight? It's a momentum. He's pushing to get back into that place. And this is going to be very interesting. Cowley needs away from the Alpine behind. Adam the Streets has now caught up to their DRS. Sorry, guys, I got distracted there. My brother just walked in. Adam the Streets has now caught up to their DRS. He needs to get in there. He needs to get that DRS to get that advantage. You don't want to be using a lot of your ERS trying to catch up to them and not get into it. But Wacky Racer now, with a chance to grab his first win of the season, is definitely going to be chasing Cowley down very hard, for sure. That's Rotty. Let me see if I can get a little bit of volume on my headphones. I don't know why. Lobe, if you're listening, right? This is one thing I would like to do, is get a little bit, as Paxton has now come into pit for his drive too. If you're listening, Lobe, Black Panther, there's one thing I like to do, is get sound in my headphones, Because it's kind of weird doing comms when you don't have sound in your headphones. There's only sound on my TV. I don't really want to put the sound up on my TV because it'd be distracting for you guys. So it's like I need to understand how to get sound on my headphones. So right now I don't hear nothing. I hear a little bit from the TV because there's sound up, but not too high that you guys can hear it. But Carly is still leading this race. A bunch of drivers switching places at the back. Adam the Sweet made a mistake and he's dropped down to P11. The front runners here are absolutely bottling their positions. And Carly and Wacky Racer are the only ones to keep their cool. Look at 50 Gents go. He's also one of the ones to keep his cool. Where did he start in this race? He started in, look at, oh my days, 11 places made from 50 Gent. And if he does finish on the podium, he's definitely going to be my driver of the day. But Carly and Wacky Racer are going side by side, making a bit of contact. But Wacky Racer will complete that move on the Haas driver to take the lead of this race. Angry Badger gets past Slater into turn 1 as the Ferrari has been overtaken by the Aston there. But Carly and the Alpine of Wacky Racer are going to keep fighting in this one. But we're going to talk about the Kick Saubers and Adam the Swedes who have thrown away their chances of a race win here. This is going to be interesting. I don't know how they got a drive-through penalty. My lads, I need to talk to them. I need to talk to them. We cannot be throwing away race wins like that, especially against a team like Visa RB. But 50 Gent isn't throwing away his chance to grab this podium. He's under pressure from the Mercedes behind. He knows that for sure. And he's going to have to try and keep him behind. But here in Imola, when you don't have that DRS to defend, it might be quite difficult unless you have a significant amount of wing less than the driver behind you. But now as they're going to head down the straight, Piggy is going to use that DRS and he's going to be gaining on that Visa RB. Will he take that third place as they head to turn 1 as they are wheel to wheel now? Oh my god, what kind of camera angle was that? That was horrible. But down the inside, Piggy takes the place from 50 Gents. Up to P3 he goes. But 50 Gents is a good racer. He knows that he can just hold on to Piggy there as Port Wash would get by. Slater has retired from session. That's a safety car. That is a safety car that Batman and Pax were definitely praying for. And it has to be hard tire strategy for them now. It has to be the hard tire strategy. Slater is out of the session. You can hear him in the chat. He's definitely not happy with that. Batman and Pax can recover their races here. Batman stays out. Interesting. Well, maybe he did pass the pit lane before the safety car. But you have to come in now. Staying out will be the worst decision. As we saw in Tier 1 when Stephanie Luke and who else? Two drivers, I think it was Titan, the two drivers who decided to stay out under safety cars, suffered once the race started. Because here, traction is so important, especially coming out of these corners that gets quite slow. So safety car, once the safety car comes out, no matter what tires you are in, it is time to come in and pit. I don't care if you started on those hards will still struggle against fresh hards or fresh medium tires. So the leader will decide what to do here. Cowley took back the lead before the safety car, so he's the one deciding what to do. Seems like he will be going into the pit lane in this one. But the Kick Sauber's races have been recovered here. Lucky boys. Going into the pits, Cowley. Wacky Racer will follow him suit. The Mercedes of Mr. Piggy, 50 Gent, and the Red Bull, everybody will be going into the pit. And staying out now will be the wrong strategy for sure. And let's see who's going to make that wrong strategy and stay out in this one. As Batman now is going to go in. Good choice from him. Iron Shin, another championship contender. He has to go in. He's staying out. 4 lap old mediums and he's going to stay out. Interesting call from Iron Shin. He probably only has Hards left, but Hards can do 20. How many laps is that? Can Hards do 22 in Imola? They can. They will be dead. Oh my days! As he almost runs into the back of his teammate. They will be dead, but they can't do. But he's only done 5 laps on those mediums. He will struggle, but he might be able to hold them. Hold a few places. Maybe he'll lose a few places before the rest will come in. But Pax has come in. Batman has come in. And we'll see if they can recover their race here today. 50 Gent currently is beating them when it comes to points. And they'll be thinking about it. To lose to one driver on track, a driver that they're probably quick, both are probably quicker than. It's not going to be a day that Kick Sauber will be looking back on. And it's not going to be a day that they will be looking back on, considering that Batman currently leads the championship. How much can our championship leader recover this one? Iron Shane wants a day to get back into the top of the championship, and today is the day that he can do so. Carly wants a day that he can get back into this fight, and today is the day he can do so. Wacky Racer wants a race win. He wants to make it another Alpine driver winning a race, but what the hell just happened there? Carly just lagged behind the Alpine. Did you guys just see that? Honestly, a lot of shit is going on today. I don't know. This game is ridiculous. 10-second penalty for WBA as he goes into the back of Badger. These drivers, man, calm down, people. On that safety car, oh, he's lost his wing too, so that is definitely going to be a pit stop. I mean, it's still a safety car, so he's lucky enough he can go into the pits. He can take that 10-second penalty. He will lose a lot of places, but he'll stay with the pack, which is very important. If he doesn't go into the pits now, he might just have shit for brains. No offense. He has to go into the pits now. And there you go. He doesn't. Oh, does he? Does he? He does have shit for brains. Oh my god, WBA, why will you stay out? Why will you stay out? Why will you? Oh, I saw some of these strategies like in tier 3 just they make my body itch. Like you're on 10 seconds, you have damage, go into the pits. Even if you go on all time, like I don't think the hards are gonna go to the end from here. So like you still just most people are still gonna pit. Oh my days, man. I know his CP is definitely looking at him like, what were you thinking, lad? Just go into the pits, take the place drops. Take the place drops, man. Because you have damage and you have a 10-second. You get the damage off and you get the 10 seconds off. That's actually the best option. As Batman has gone to the pits one more time. Why? Interesting call from Batman, but he's going to the pits again for another set of hards. Maybe he wants to push these hards to the end. We'll see what he would do. Well, he can't try. You can't try and push those hards to the end. It's going to be at least 20 laps that he has to do on them. At least 20 laps. The safety car should be coming into the pits in this lap. So we only have one driver and he will be catching up to the pack. Even if the safety car does come in now. So can the Kicksabbers recover? Can Cowley get his win? What will Mr. Potwash do? There's a lot of questions we're asking ourselves in tier 3 as the safety car will go around one more time. So it seems like Batman's strategy. Okay, it's going in now. It's going in now. Safety car in this lap. That's a really late, really late entry. Cowley is going to have to slow down a bit there. But immediately it goes into the pits. Cowley is going to go and he leaves the Alpines behind. Ayoshin is going to be Wacky Racer is going to be gaining on him though. Will Ayoshin make a move on his teammate, or is he going to let him attack Cowley in front? Not close enough to the house to make that move. Anybody close enough to make a move? Goofy's looking for it on the inside, but he was not going to get it as they are pushing now. Parks has gotten past Adam this. They are side by side, making a little bit of contact. Who will complete this move? Parks will complete the move up to P12. We got and Sweet has the outside line to take here against Parks, but he's going to have to hold it back because he does not have the momentum or in the position to complete that move. Goofy has been overtaken now by Mr. Potwash. He's under pressure as Parks gets him past the Williams now. They're going to have to start making places. These Kicksabber drivers, they want to recover their races. As going off track there is the Williams and two drivers will slide through. They will be side by side now, but Randy Dan will get past Adam the Sweet as Randy Dan is back. Actually, Randy Dan is here. Actually, didn't see him all race today as Randy Dan is back after what? Oh my days! What? Oh my days! As Parks tried around the outside, WBA with the damaged wing shouldn't have been fighting that and absolutely has taken out the Kicksabber and put him in the wall. And that definitely has to be another pit stop for the Kicksabber, whose race is going from bad to worse here. His teammate though is still out there. That's a very interesting incident. Parks is going to stay out. WBA is going to stay out. And it's just chaos upon chaos here in tier 3 as Wacky Racer now pulling away from Cowley. And this is exactly what he needs. Cowley though does have those hard tires on his car. And with these drivers decide to go for the long one in this one, Batman gets past Kez. His next target is going to be Toberito. His tires are fresher than Kerr, so it will be harder to get past this Williams. But our championship leader has to start making those places as soon as possible. He's using the overtake. He tries it down the inside. Nothing doing. Carly gets a 3-second penalty. This gives more of an opportunity now for Wacky Racer in front, but he has to come into the pits in this race for sure. I do not know if the hard tires are going to go to the end. I say need to send that money to Ferrari. Glad to see. Oh my days. Oh my days. What is going on? Pass gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings as Kicks Day is going from bad to worse. But Alpine's Day, they're absolutely loving it at the front. Mr. Piggy behind one of the Alpines though is going to clear him now. He's going to pick the inside. He's on the grass. Absolute bravery from the Mercedes. He will get past the Alpine. The Alpine was trying to squeeze him a bit there, but he wasn't having none of it. And he takes P3 from Iron Chain as Piggy now will be pushing to get past Cowley in front of him as this race is getting more and more interested. And he's even bringing more interesting chats from the Visa RB team, who are definitely smiling ear to ear seeing the downfall of Kick Sauber. But how much can Kick Sauber recover it? Can they wipe the smiles off Visa RB's faces today? 50 Gents will make sure that they can't, as he's still up in P5 under pressure from the main car of main Red Bull behind him of Rotti. As Rotti wants to get past 50 Gents as soon as possible, looking for the inside, he does the same thing that was done to Parks at 50 Gents. He doesn't take off his rear wing, but it's chaos. No one wants the Visa RBs or the Kick Saubers winning today, as they just absolutely destroyed a Visa RBs, getting worse for the top two with the constructors, as the other teams are not having it. It's either you don't get away or you're going to die. That's KO. He's going to get past the Williams, who almost goes into the side of him there. Up to P16 he goes, as Mr. Biggie is now right behind Cowley. And look at the Kick Saubers and the Visa. He's absolutely lamenting at the back. What is going on today? Is it hate for the top two in the constructors? It looks like we two of us have to stop fighting each other now and fight the rest of the league, because it seems like they do not like us as Wacky Racer now on the day that is looking for his first win this season. At Wacky Racer, by the way, to remind everybody, is PRV Widget. So if you know him by PRV Widget, that's who Wacky Racer is. I think he has won races in UFRL already. So this is just going to be his first race win of the season. Cowley, on those hard tires, has reached the point where his tires should be better than the mediums in front. So he will start to reel in Wacky Racer in front. The question is, can they go to the end with those hard tires that came off? I believe it was lap 8, lap 9 that these drivers put their hard tires on, but they started racing with them on lap 11. I mean, the pit stop was lap 14, so you can't go to the end on hard. So drivers on hard are definitely going to the end, as the driver on the mediums will go around, drive out, but make contact with Cowley. Oh my days, it's getting worse. Cowley has spun, and Shane went into the side of him. Piggy has spun Cowley around, and none of the front runners are in the front anymore. This is ridiculous. Literally, top 5, none of them started in the top 5. Let's look at this. They're all just getting absolutely effed here. Look, 10 places made from Port Wash, 14 from Angry Badger, 6 from Piggy, and 3 from Wacky Racer. So Wacky Racer is the only top 5 driver who is still out there in the top 5, as there's more. There's chaos at the back. Side by side, they want to go in front. As almost going into the back of the Aston Martin out on the suite there. Cowley has dropped down. Parks and Batman are going side by side. Shazam and Batman are going side by side. Batman will get past Shazam here, and it's about a 10-car squabble. The Williams of who is that? Tobarito has gotten bye-bye. I don't know what's going on. So much is going on as they head to the chicane. Batman has the opportunity here. Now he can go to the end on his hard tires. The Haas is looking for it around the outside of the Aston Martin. No more contact, please, lads. As the House of Adam the Sweet will try it. The Aston Martin will defend it inside. He makes contact with the Visa RP, almost taking 50 Gents out once again. But now Batman is right behind them. They're right behind Goofy, who does not have that DRS. The VZRB is going to be gaining on him as the wheels turn around. He gets by. Is the House of the Adam Sweet also going to get by? Is he going to look for it down the inside? No, he holds it back and nothing doing so far, as there's so much happening. Carly gets down the inside of Toberito to keep his place in P11. And oh my days, there's just so much happening in this race, unpredictable from Tier 3. And this is exactly what they do, Tier 3. They bring unpredictable racing. And the drivers who have to go into the pits for sure with the medium tires they now have the strategy of a lifetime. Because the hard runners are all at the back, except for Mr. Potwash. Can Mr. Potwash do 16 more laps on these hards? He would try, but it would be quite difficult. Yeah, this is honestly embarrassing from Tier 3. They've been racing well this season, but this race, I mean, it's Imola. It's one of those tracks that are quite narrow, and that's where skill comes into play. A track like Imola, skills highly comes into play. And obviously, the skill gap between Tier 1 and Tier 3 is evident when you come to a race like Imola. Because in Imola, we did race Imola this season, and there wasn't this much chaos. I'll say there were some things here and there, but I don't remember anything significant happening. As Adam the Sweet now will get past Goofy, or will he? He will try it round the outside. He's not going to give it up. Round the outside he goes. What a move from Adam the Sweet. Round the outside, around the Mercedes. He takes P6 from him. And that was a brilliant move. He kept it on the road, stuck it, and he had the traction to pull away. Parks now, with the damage still on his car, is right behind Toberito. He has the 3-second penalty. So he's going to have to be thinking about that. Batman, though, who decided to go into the pits one more time to take fresh hards under the safety car, he will definitely be going to the end on this one. As Parks and Toberito are racing now, Parks takes it around the outside of the Williams as he clears him. The kick salvers now are pushing. Same thing as 50 Gent. They are all pushing now to recover what has been taken away from them. as the VZRBs paid the Ferrari to take out the kick, I paid the Aston Martin to absolutely swipe out actually the Red Bull of Rotty to actually swipe out his sister team. So that was sister on sister violence, it wasn't it? That was team on team violence as the Red Bull of Rotty spun 50 Gent and almost did to him what KL did to Batman, put him into the wall. But Adam the Sweet now is going to clear him. Potwash looking for it down the inside of Rotty. Rotty's going to go deep. Potwash is going to use the inside, change into the outside, and takes that place up to the podium. He goes. There's the harsh driver and the Sweet behind them and 50 Gent. They're going to be gaining. All these drivers starting to gain back on them in front. And the most unpredictable race you can ever see is going down here in Tier 3. I don't know what the strategy is, but I feel like all of them will be going to the pits one more time. I don't think any of them are going to be thinking of that long strategy. I mean, if you were up in front to Wacky Racer with hard tires, probably you can go to the end because you're further than the rest of them. But when you're back here, going to the end on the hards might not be the choice. But who is going to be the first on the hard to trigger that move? I think Adam the Sweet probably will be, as he's done 11 laps on these tires. He probably will be the first. But the drivers who've done 9 or 8 laps on them, would they go to the end? I keep asking myself this question, but this question is so important in the context of this race. As Wacky Racer and Mr. Piggy can't go to the end on their mediums, but they are leading. So what is going to happen between them? Rotty is going to be definitely going to be waiting for a penalty at the end of this one, but who try to maximize his place as much as possible before he does get that penalty. And the first thing he's going to do is looking for a move on the inside of the McLaren. He goes very narrow there, but he will complete that move. Potwash tried to switch back. They make contact, and Potwash gets the damage. 3-second penalty for Goofy, and 3 places now lost from Rotty as there's more and more contact in this race. And the stewards are going to have a very busy time. Carly has come into the pit now for his final pit stop of this one. So he was on 9 laps he did on the hard. So Carly was the first to trigger the pit stop in that group. And we'll see if that strategy does work for Carly. The pit stop is very long on this track, but the tire wear can even be more of a problem than the length of the pit stop, as Potwash is behind 50 Gent now Adam the Sweet here behind pot wash using that ERS. He wants to go side by side before they get to the chicane. Is there going to be more contact into the chicane? There is going to be slightly, but Adam the Sweet cannot complete the move on pot wash. Batman is also going to look for it. Don't make it 3 wide here. Batman is going to take the outside line. Is the moment the line with most momentum coming out of here. The Red Bull is side by side with Batman here. He can't make that move, but as they head down the straight, they're going to have that DRS. Power dives into the pit. He dived right into the pit before he could be overtaken there. Batman is going to be under pressure from Rotty, who is using all the ERS that he has stored in that car. Batman is also doing so. Rotty will try around the outside. Would they make contact? The Mercedes and the Red Bull making contact. The Red Bull is off, losing 2 more places. The Aston Martin is going to get past the Mercedes. He's also going on the gravel. Too much stuff going on in Tier 3. And Sport Watch is going to be coming on here. Cowley, all that chaos happening in front is only going to help Cowley's strategy here, as Batman has cleared the issue behind, as his teammate of Pax is right behind 2 drivers now. 50 Gent doing a great job here after being spun, has pulled away from the chaos at the back. But will he be coming to the pits one more time? I was seeing now with a 3-second penalty, and that's going to make his race even harder. He's down in P14. On the way at the back there, 12 laps to go in this one. Can their hearts do 12 more laps? Or will these drivers be coming into the pits? Parks looks for it on the inside, nothing doing. He's going to have to hold it back. He knows what happens when you try it down the inside in that corner, as we've seen so many times. As Mr. Piggy now still out there. Wacky Racer enjoying himself in the front. And I believe Wacky Racer, this will be the time to come into the pits. If you're coming into the pits anytime, it is now. 12 seconds ahead from Adam the Sweet. You get fresh tires to go to the end. You're going to be only 10 seconds behind them. So it's now or never for Wacky Racer. Don't extend these tires. Don't lose even more time. We saw his teammate of Iron Shin do the same thing at Austria last week, where he extended a tire too long. Yeah, this is really a hard watch. It's really a hard watch. Where he extended his tire too long. Pax has gone into the pits now. He's going in for his final pit stop in this one. But like I said, we saw last week when Iron Shin extended his tires too long and threw away that strategy. The Alpine team definitely have experience with that. As the Alpine of Wacky Racer is definitely going to be thinking about that and should be coming into the pits. This is the right time, as he still has that buffer from the rest of the drivers behind him, and he's going to have way better tires than the rest of them. And the rest of them most likely will be coming into the pits. So it's now, or it's going to be never for Iron Shin. He doesn't want them to undercut him, because if they come into the pits before him, they're going to gain a lot of time on Wacky Racer. And there you go. It looks like he's been listening to me. Don't go, don't speed, don't speed. Here we go. Wacky Racer will come into the pits. Mr. Pig is also going to follow suit. It looks like they've been listening to me, and they'll be going for hard tires for sure. 50 Gent going into the pits. Adam the Sweet staying out. Batman staying out. 10 more laps to go in this one. Will Batman go to the end? It looks like he might go to the end with this one. That's a long pit stop. Pax with another 3-second penalty. He's going to have to recover his race, which is going to be very, very difficult. But Adam the Sweet and Batman and Toborito ran it down. There's a bunch of drivers staying out on old hards. They're going to have 10 laps to stay on them. But can they do those 10 laps? Wacky Racer now coming out in P6, the perfect position to come out. And Batman is not too far ahead, just a few corners ahead. And Wacky Racer definitely is going to be catching them. 50 on the one stop for the boys. He needs it. Bottle is 50. Oh no, but no, 50 couldn't do the one stop. Like these tires are probably dying. But he definitely can recover to a good place in this one. Maybe a podium, because a bunch of the drivers on old tires in front of him have penalties. So we'll see what 50 Gent can do. He's been one of the ones that hasn't gotten into the incident. I mean, he has been an incident, but it was not his fault. So he's been a flawless driver today. Him and Wacky Racer are two of my driver of the day contenders. But we'll see at the end of this one. Wacky Racer still has a race to win, and he's definitely going to be pushing to do so. Batman, will he be coming to the pits? Adam the Sweet decides to come into the pits. Batman is staying out once again, and it seems like he is going to the end. Would this be the right strategy for the Kicksauber? Can those tires, let's see how those tires look. They don't look too bad yet. You can see there's not too much going in on them. They still look a bit smooth, but he will be struggling against the likes of Wacky Racer, who's getting to turn one that Batman just left not too long ago, as Goofy now gets another 3 second time penalty. Iron Shane behind Pax has that DRS that Pax doesn't have. Pax still has the damage on his car. He's going to be pushing here. He decided not to change the wing because he might still have the pace without the end plate. So he doesn't need to change that wing and lose about 7 seconds of time as Cowley now scores. To pass yellow flags is Toberito, and that's not going to be a safety car because he's just spun. There's 3 second penalty now for Toberito. On top of that, as Pax, it wasn't Toberito actually, it was I believe his teammate or Iron Shane, might be one of them. But Toberito in front, deciding to stay out on the hards, doing the same thing as Batman, but Batman is 3 seconds away from them. Wacky Racer, not too far from Batman. He has about 7 seconds away from Batman. And is he going to catch up to Batman at the end of this one? They have 9 laps to go. He's going to have to catch up almost about a second a lap, about 8 tenths a lap, if he wants to win this race on Batman. Wacky Racer is going to be pushing for sure on those fresh tires, a tenth quicker than his fastest sector there. And you can see he's definitely faster on those tires. And Goofy now right behind Adam the Sweet with that DRS. Will he clear the Haas driver? As you've seen in this game, it's not even that easy, even when you have the DRS and the slipstream on the driver in front. But can Goofy get it done? He's picking the outside. Will he switch to the inside? He goes on the grass. The Mercedes love the grass here. He's going to try. Oh my days! As Pax runs into the back of him. And that's more damage for the kick Sauber. And Iron Shin gets a 10-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. His race is definitely over. Pax's race is definitely over, as he has to come into the pit for a new wing. But Batman can still recover it here for the kick Sauber team, as Pax's race has gone from bad to worse. I can't remember the last time he had a comfortable race, Pax. So is something happening here or there? But Batman is showing more consistency after the drive through. He's put his head down, has been pushing, but he does have damage on his car. He does have a bit of damage. I didn't see that earlier in the race. Iron Shin has now left the session. He is out, and that throws the championship wide open in this one. Batman will keep the championship lead. Wacky Racer is close to him now. All he has to do though is clear these 3 cars. Randy Down is going to clear the Williams of Toberito up to P2. He goes, and this is very interesting. Say holy penalties here. It's holy penalties. Honestly, there's going to be lots of penalties. There's already penalties on track, but there's going to be lots of penalties in the steward room. But stewards are going to be very, very busy. So if you're a steward, I'm sorry, but you were Pax. Just finish the race. Do not retire. Like I always tell my boys, no matter how bad your race is going, get those points. Finish it up. It doesn't matter how bad it's going. Just finish the race up. You can continue again next week, as he will do so. He's going to change his wing, and he's going to come out to finish the race. Thank you, Pax, for your unlucky day. But you're going to have to do it. It's painful, but you're just going to have to do it. But Wacky Racer now closer than Batman, where he ever did before. But he's going to have to push more here. There's only 7 laps to go in this one, and he has to clear these 2 cars ASAP if he wants this win. And he's going to try to do so. Ooh, very close. He's going to try to do so for sure. He's coming out to this corner now. He's going to be pushing. And here we go. He's going to be gaining on him. He's going to take the outside. Wacky Racer is going to clear Toberito here for sure. And Randy Dan is his next target. Is he going to go for it here, guys? He goes to turn 1. No. He dummies the inside move. Definitely going to be a warning for him there. Shouldn't get the 3-second penalty, because that's going to make it even harder to beat Batman in front when he does catch up to him, if he does get that 3-second penalty. So he's going to have to clear Randy Dan ASAP. Randy Dan is not an easy driver to clear. He doesn't make it easy for you when you race with him. I've seen that firsthand. But here we go. Side by side, they're going to go. He is going to take it on the inside. And Wacky Racer has now cleared the Aston Martin. And now can charge for the race win. This right here is the driver of the day. But can he complete his day with a race win? With full points here. 3 seconds that Batman is in front. And I don't think Batman can hold on to this with 6 laps to go. He's going to have to cut 5 tenths a lap to catch up to Batman and get by him. But Batman is pushing here to get that race win. 50 Gent is recovering his race here. He's in P8 now. He's going to definitely catch up to the drivers in front on those old tires. And like I said, the 50 Gent is going to recover this one and might get a podium because of those three drivers on old tires with penalties. 50 Gent just might get a podium if you can get by Angry Badger or maybe catch up to Piggy. He's going to have one of those races once again. But Batman now still 3.5 seconds away from Wacky Racer. And this is the race to watch to the end. The boys in front. Toberito on another 3-second penalty. WBA gets by him. This is his lagging a little bit there. Oh, actually, that's Kez. That is Kez who is being lapped. But Toberito did get a 3-second penalty. 2.6 seconds now. Wacky is behind Batman. So he's definitely going to catch Batman before the end of this one. No doubt about that. I can bet anything on it. As Goofy is now 2 tenths behind the McLaren, but not close enough to make the move for sure. It's a Wacky Racer now 2.1 seconds behind. As Batman in that kick salver can see the Alpine gaining, and here's the music. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. As you can just see, you see the Alpine come down the hill there, and at the end of this lap, the Alpine will even be a second closer as Batman is using everything he got. He's going to use all that ERS as they head down this straight, as the Alpine are 1.8 seconds behind him, and this is going to be a very interesting ending to it. But behind Piggy, we have the Williams of Kez. He is being lapped, so he's not going to get by him. Toberito now has been overtaken by 50 Gent. Up to P8 he goes. Also, Adam Smith getting past Toberito. Oh, don't go into the back of 50 Gent. He's already had some shit happen to him, so please leave him alone. As Goofy has got back pot wash. Piggy now. Oh my day, safety car! Oh my days! Oh my days! Another dice has been thrown into the table here. And what is going on? What is going to be the strategy? Will Batman go in for soft tires? Soft tires is the question. Soft tires is the strategy. A bunch of those drivers that do not have the penalty are going to have the momentum going to the end of this one. With the drivers on fresher hards stay out on those fresher hards? For sure, they're going to have to stay out. That's going to be Piggy and Wacky Racer. But those old tires on other drivers, what is going to happen? Pax has gone into the pits. He has a chance to recover his race here, Pax. He can get past a bunch of those drivers at the back, so maybe he can get a top 10. And also, Shazam is also going into the pits. A bunch of drivers can't recover their races here, but it's chaos. Honestly, Imola, this has been the craziest race. This has been the craziest race. I said, go on PRV. I had to say, I know, right? Oh my day, 10-second penalty. Why are you speeding into the pit lane under the safety car? Oh my days, man. I have a headache. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna take a nap after this race, guys. I think I've given me a headache today. I'm gonna take a nap after this race, honestly. I can't. Let me even just stop talking to the race resumes because my head is paining me right now. It's absolutely paining me right now. Batman decides to go into the pits. A bunch of drivers will go by him, but they are on old tires, so they will struggle to keep him behind. 50 Gent decides to stay out. This is going to be quite interesting. Batman doesn't have that penalty, but you don't think he can win the race. He's going to have to clear lots of drivers in a few laps. The safety car is definitely going to come in at the end of this lap or the next one. It's a late safety car, so I don't think safety car is going to let others like catch up. But yeah, I have a headache. I need to stop talking. Too much has gone on in this race. Now I see why comms guys in real F1 have partners. Because if I had a partner doing the comms to me, he would have said half of the things said in this race, and I could rest my mouth because this is ridiculous. This is about to be a crazy race. If 50 Gents can hold on to his place and get a podium on his own, he will beat the Kick Saubers today. If he finishes like this, on his own, he will beat the Kick Saubers today. That right there is driver of the day driver of the day. He deserves driver of the day. Deserving if he does beat the kick Sabas on his own today. It'd be nice to give it to Wacky Racer, but 50 Jet doing it on his own for his team is legendary. So let's see what he does. I mean, we know how 50 Jet is one of the most consistent drivers you see. I never seen him making mistakes and breaking his way. Never seen him getting 10-second penalties. Never seen him getting drive-throughs. He's not the fastest. When it comes to race IQ, he's probably he probably has one of the highest in the league, in the tier. When it comes to race IQ. Tesvika are definitely going to come in on this lap. Can't Pax catch up to them? I do not know if he can. He's going to be pushing to see if he can, but I don't think he can. We'll see. Going to be pushing very hard. Let's go to him and Shazam. Shazam will catch up to them. Not sure about Pax, who is just getting to turn 1 as they head to the sector where the safety car is going to start to come in. Unless it's a late entry. Actually, he needs an early safety car in call, because that way the park will slow down even more. It's pushing very hard here, you see, to get back. It's pushing very, very hard. Safety car in this lap, there you go. It's an early one, so he will be able to catch up to the pack as they slow down and wait for the safety car to get in. Now, the question is, would these soft tires work for Batman and the rest of the drivers who went in? Batman knows he doesn't have a penalty, and the rest of them in front of him do. So he can just hold on, and he will still get a top 4 if he just holds on. Or he can just start making places ASAP, as Pax is not able to catch up to the pack, and that's going to be P16 for Pax, P15 for Pax, and that's definitely the end of his race. But now, as they are clearing him, Batman is under pressure from the Aston Martin, but he will keep the Aston Martin behind. Is that Kez I see in front? Kez looks like wasn't allowed through, but they're going to be pushing now, heading to the front. Wacky Racer is going. He needs this win. He wants this win, and he's put no foot wrong on those old hard tires. He knows that all these other drivers on fresh tires are way behind him, and it's just one more lap to go at the end of this one, and he's definitely going to get the win here. 50 Gent is definitely going to get that podium on a day where he's put no foot wrong, on a day where he can score more than the kick Saubers, unless Batman can't finish in that top 5, which he likely is going to do because of the damage in front of him. But we don't know who is getting penalties in this race. A lot of stuff has happened. Randy down now with a 3-second penalty. Not what you want at the end of this one. Batman is now right behind Cowley, and 50 Gent is not too far ahead from Batman. Can he get past Cowley right here, then catch up to 50 Gent? That's exactly what he will need to do if he wants to make sure that the kick Sauber don't have too much issues on the Visa RB at the end of this week. He's going to be gaining on Cowley. Is he going to pick the inside? Yes, he will. Soft tires, stronger grip, and now the kick Visa RB is in front. We know Wacky Racer is going to win this one for sure. We're just going to wait for him to cross the line. Piggy, does he have any say about this? Piggy is pushing very hard. It's very close to Wacky Racer, but I believe that the Alpine can't hold him back. There's no other place to make a move here at Imola, as Batman still not close to 50 Gent in front on those old hards. 50 Gent doing a top job for Kick Sauber here today, but they will get past Adam the Sweet in the end of this one. Piggy can't still get close to the Alpine of Wacky Racer, who's put no foot wrong whatsoever, and is a few laps to go in this one. Wacky Racer doesn't get a penalty there. He makes sure he keeps his car on track, and there's a few corners to go. The Alpine started in P5 in this one. He's put no foot wrong whatsoever, and when he comes out of the final corner, he's going to see the line, he's going to cross the line, and he's going to win round 9 in Imola. Wacky Racer wins, Piggy in P3, and 50 Gent will round up your podium in a very, very dramatic race here at Imola. The two horses will take the 5 and 6. Angry Badger in P7. P8 for Port Wash. Randy down takes P9. P10 and 11 for the Red Bulls. Goofy in P12. WB in P13. Park to take P14. That's Cares to take P15. And it's a win for for Wacky Racer. Another win for Alpine in Tier 3 this season. Another driver gets a win. There's 3 race winners in that team now. And Wacky Racer is going to stand at the top. Do you hear that? Yes, we do hear that. Top performance from PRV Widget. Drama from Imola from start to finish. It started with me on grid. Remember that, lads. It started with me in the McLaren. This race has had drama from lights out, honestly. From lights out. And it was a lights out race in the end too. GG's everybody. We know that Champagne is going to taste the best in the Alpine camp as they celebrate with the Visa RB and the Mercedes boys. Very, very good race. I was very happy to do comms on that. That was a good one. Randy Dan, most overtake. Driver of the day, Anki Badger. Fastest lap for Aaron Shane. And Wacky Racer is your race winner. Let's see. It's a grid here. Race director. Go to incidents. Boom, 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 boom. The race was thrown away from the Kickstarters the moment they got that drive through. The race was absolutely gone. The moment they got that drive through penalty. And those are the incident. That's the grid there. That was a very interesting. If you missed that, I'm sorry for you. Anybody who didn't watch the race today, I'm sorry for you. I've been Willie Fernandez. We have been Ufrl in a very, very entertaining race today. We'll see you again next week on Monday as Tier 1 head to Abu Dhabi. Good night and goodbye.